And thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. And on tap tonight, it's the Detroit Pistons going up against the Brooklyn Nets here in Barclays Center. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Allie, take it away.
Kyrie Irving draws praise from Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, who said, quote, "As somebody that played the point guard, I think Kyrie's the most skilled player that's ever played the position. His shot making is incredible, and he's a better passer than people give him credit for. He's a wizard." Brian, that says a lot.
Sure does, Allie. Thank you. Looking now at some numbers for Bojan Bogdanovic.
And he's been locked in at the free throw line for sure. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. You just get that extra focus at the charity stripe.
Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. Bojan Bogdanovic out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Marvin Bagley. Then there's Ivy. And it's Hayes in at the 1. And for the Nets, it's KD at power forward and Claxton at center. Ben Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward.
And in Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren, the Pistons taking arguably the 2 best athletes in the 22 draft. The youth movement is on, and Detroit is definitely fun to watch.
Now here's Durant. Playing Detroit, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Ivy. Pass to Bagley. Out to the right wing. Bagley sets a screen. Here's Hayes. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Doris, some of the best stories every year involve veteran stars who were essentially put out to pasture by the pundits. And they're dominating.
Yeah, we're in a world, BA, that moves very quickly and that seems to be obsessed with the next new thing. Take a guy like Al Horford, who for a stretch of his career many consider to be past his prime, and then yet you see him in a new situation display the skills that have made him so successful for so long.
The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves trying to put together a championship caliber team.
He hits the second from the line. Are those big decisions by the Nets front office difficult to deal with as players?
You know, some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches.
And the shot's good by Irving.
Well, put it on the deck, get into a gap, and get a bucket. That is Kyrie Irving at his best.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Now here's Hayes. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Here's Bagley. Kevin Durant pulls it in. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Detroit with a rebound. Last time they met in Detroit.
And I don't know what happened in that third quarter. Just a total collapse, and they couldn't get it back.
Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. To the paint. Pass to O'Neal. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the Pistons with possession here. Here's Ivy. He's guarded by Irving. 1:10 left in the first quarter. 11 feet out. That one is off. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Outside Durant. And there's the drive. Misses again. Now 0 for 3.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Hayes. throws it up high.
Easy to see why Ivy's guys lob it his way. He's fantastic at capping off alley-oops.
Irving with it. Hayes picks him up. Misses off the left iron. The Pistons leading. Pass to Stewart. Now here's Bogdanovich. Here's Ivy. From behind the arc. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Pistons ahead, up by 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, looking at what we've seen from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Well, the trio of KD, Kyrie, and Harden-Doris, they played just 16 games together when it was all said and done.
Just so frustrating for a Nets organization that had positioned itself to acquire that talent. But this is a real lesson about success in the NBA. You have to maximize your windows and take nothing for granted, because, boy, do things change quickly.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. We've got Sadiq Bey. Alec Burks is out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Duran, and it's Livers in at the 4 slot. Pass to Warren. High arcing shot, and he sinks the layup. Warren's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the delicate floater on display from T.J. Warren?
Here's Livers. Burks with it. Jacks up a 3. Warren with the rebound. Outside Mills. Outside Curry. To the inside. Fades. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pass to Bey. 3-pointer. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. Well, Doris, Commissioner Silver has acknowledged that the style of play in today's game may have an added impact on players' bodies. How so, you think?
I think, Brian, it's not only style of play, it's the nature of an NBA schedule. You're talking 82 games over the course of several months strung together. It's going to challenge anybody physically and mentally. The wonderful part of today's science is we can have a greater understanding of that and when to rest and when to play.
Now here's Burks. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harris. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at Brooklyn. They're currently in 4th place and trying their best to get a better seeding. And of course, there's the Pistons. Just need to keep fighting.
I think for the Nets, you have to acknowledge that they've really hung tough this season, avoiding a lot of the bumps in the road that other contenders have gone through.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Duran. Oh, dismissed. Harris against Bey. And again, no good by Brooklyn. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Curry against Burks. Shoots over Curry. Baseline jumper right on the money.
And this is what Burks is out here to do. Shoot the basketball at a high percentage. Really good form.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Warren. He's closely guarded. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Team foul. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. T.J. Warren. At the line, 2 times.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Warren.
Well, I love T.J. Warren. The reason, guys, is he's proven to be a dependable scorer who's got good versatility, and he can play either forward position. So important in today's NBA.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Here's Ivy. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Ivy's got his second basket of the night.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
Irving for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Pistons on top. They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And thank you for joining us as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Detroit Pistons.
So far, they're the more physical team. They came in here with an aggressive game plan, executed it, and the rebounding differential is proof.
Kenneth, I have a question for you.
What's that?
You know why I never led the league in rebounding?
Because you were scoring too much?
The top guys put back their own misses. I didn't miss enough.
And now, let's take a glance ahead at the games on the docket. Here's the upcoming schedule.
And that game against the Warriors, against this team, they have an advantage, but it's not a sure thing. They're going to have to play their hearts out.
Kenny, can you smell that?
What's that?
I'm smelling an upset.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And here's Detroit. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home, and that's a 1-game homestand for the club. It's KD at power forward and Claxton at center. Ben Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving, and it's O'Neal in at small forward. So that's the Nets 5. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Pistons focusing on improving their scoring. Coach Dwayne Casey said, quote, "This is an offensive league. In today's game, you've got to be able to shoot the 3 because you can't make enough 2s to win. It's tough to defend the 3, so you've got to keep that scoreboard moving." Back to you.
Floor spacing at a premium, Allie. Thank you. Here's Stewart after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Bagley. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. O'Neal inside, defended by Bogdanovich. And Ivy pulls it down. And the Pistons shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Well, Grant, Ivy gets a lot of attention for his scoring, but he can also lock you down at the other end.
Oh, yes, he can, B.A. He's big, active, and athletic, too. A strong on-ball defender as well. He'll also jump passing lanes, causing deflections. He looks to flip turnovers into points.
Now here's Simmons. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. He goes up again for 3, O'Neal. And that comes off the assist by Durant. And that makes it a tie ball game.
We can get lost in the impact Kevin Durant makes as a scorer, but this guy is so willing to share the basketball.
Hayes, the pass to Stewart. Oh, denied by Durant. And he recovers it. Here's Ivy. Checking the numbers. He's averaging close to 15 a game. Detroit, no good that time either. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Irving. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, even after it appeared that there was a falling out, Kyrie Irving remains a Brooklyn net. Now, I suppose cooler heads prevail, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Irving on the move here in the near future.
And that one falls. That puts them up 1 point in the game now.
You have to think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
And it's a completely new group for the Pistons. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the third quarter. And it's rejected. And they recover it. Here's Knox. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. Outside Warren. Pass to Irving. There's the three. The Pistons clear it. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Now Burks, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Fader on the way. No good.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Nets out in front. They lead by a bucket. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. They've got Ivy, Sadiq Bey out there with Marvin Bagley. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Hayes in at the point. And he gets it to go.
Well, Kevin Durant has an ability to put the ball on the deck and finish off the drive. Prime example there.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Bey with a screen on Curry. Back to Bey. The three is up. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Durant against Bey. Durant with the bucket.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Pass to Ivy. Hayes against Irving. To the middle. Here's Ivy. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Seth Curry.
And I really love the size and explosiveness that Ivy brings out of the backcourt.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Brooklyn. It up.
Those and one plays can be real backbreakers in a close game.
And here's Irving. 1:43 left in the fourth. Got it. And the Nets lead by 2.
Boy, how frustrating it must be when you manage to slow up Irving only to have him drop the floater.
Down low. And stolen by Simmons. On the wing, Irving. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Hayes. Pass to Ivy. A screen on Irving. Bagley up top. 5 on the clock. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Claxton, he's checked in for Curry. Stewart, he's checked in for the Pistons. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. With it being such a tight game, he tried to lighten the mood in the huddle, saying, quote, "It's just a game, guys. Have fun. Stay loose. Let it fly. I believe in you guys." Let's see if that laid-back approach works.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 52 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Ivy. There's 47 seconds left in the game. Picked by Stewart. Lets it go from deep. Ivy's shot is off.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
And so they foul intentionally. All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
NBA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
2 seconds. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Irving. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
When Kyrie Irving is engaged, guys, this guy is almost unstoppable. The handle, the finishing ability, the absolute fearlessness when the game hangs in the balance.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Here's Ivy. Can't hit that one. And Brooklyn going the other way now. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
13. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton. At the line, 2 times.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. Pass to Stewart. Shot to stop the run. O'Neal pulls it in. Irving with it. So we see the Nets get the win here. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. Now it's time to present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.